Embroidery floss is made up of multiple strands of thread, and sometimes when you're sewing or you're doing embroidery, you don't need all the strands and you may wish to separate them. So I'm just going to show you a couple of easy ways that we can separate strands of embroidery floss. Key is not to have a really long piece of embroidery floss, as this will prevent it from tangling up. So the first technique I'm going to show you is if you just want to separate off one single strand of embroidery floss. The best way I found to do this is to hold the embroidery floss between your thumb and forefinger and just pull the strand. And as we can see, the strand is just pulling out nicely and the bottom is ruching up a bit, but that's fine because once we've got to the end, that will all unfold. There we've separated off our one strand. And as we can see now, we can just straighten all that out and we are left with the rest of the strands of embroidery floss if we wish to use them. If you wish to separate multiple strands, then the best way to do it is if we just tap the top, you can see that all the strands separate. And we can take off however many strands we want. So here, I'm going to separate 3 strands from 2 strands. Now we can just pull it, but it will get a little bit curly. So I like to hold them, one between my thumb and forefinger, and I like to hold the other one between my first and second finger. And then I like to put my finger inside and just run it down the length of the embroidery floss, and as we can see, it is twirling a little bit, but that's fine. It does twizzle around a little bit, but eventually it straightens itself out, and then we're able to use that for our sewing or embroidery projects. Hope you found my tips helpful. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.